I'd say that one of the main points in doing the business analysis is the strategy of the company. Now, you've seen in business schools or in many manuals or textbooks how to define strategy. What is the meaning of a strategy? There are courses and courses about strategy. And then some people say that, well, it's about the long-term goals of the company. There are many other definitions. The one I like the most, actually, is why are clients buying from me? So why am I good to my clients? So what is the specific things that make me good to my clients? And in this case, we know that they are very specific, three things, right? The first one is that the prices are low. So we have lower prices than competitors. And this is a very good point of a strategy. People come to us because we are cheaper than the competition. As simple as that. Second is that we have good and quick service. I mean, if you have good service and people are cordial with you and then they give you a very good service and fast service, you are very happy with the service. And then the third one is that we have a variety of products. In this case, we have 200 references, as opposed to how many references in the competition? They only have 10 to 20 references. They're very low, very small, low references compared to the 200 references that we have, right? And there is one last thing that we should look into the business analysis, which is the management team. Now, management team, like, who is behind this company? Who is the guy that came to the bank that we saw coming into the bank and speaking to these three guys? This guy is a German guy called Mr. Lichtenstein. He's 41 years old. Now, do we care about who is managing the company? We're the bank and we're interested in the business. Do we really care about who is managing or not? It turns out that we do care. Because if you think for a second, it's not the same to ask a credit if you are a company that is producing 2 million, 3 million in panels, that if you are a big multinational. Let's put an example. If you are, for example, the CFO of Hewlett-Packard, and you go to Bank of America to ask for a loan of 35 million euros, do you think that Bank of America cares about whether the guy is experienced or not experienced? Your intuition is telling you that probably Bank of America doesn't care about that, because the Bank of America is giving the loan to Hewlett-Packard, not to this specific guy or the CFO or that other CFO. Whereas in this case, it turns out that the company is so small that it's just a one-man show. So you are not giving the credit to Polypanel. You're giving the credit to Mr. Lichtenstein, which is one person, right? And if you are giving the credit to a person, you have to ask yourself, do you trust him or not? Well, I don't know. It says that he's 41 years old, he's experienced, he has worked in the competition before, and then he left the competition and he started his own business. This inspires me a lot of confidence, you know, because when someone leaves one place and starts his own thing, it's probably because he thinks, you know, I can do better. And he's actually doing better. More references, cheaper, and very good service. And then when we ask the other third parties, they say that he's very trustworthy and hardworking. So I guess you would agree with me by saying that we trust this guy. This guy seems to be a serious guy, hardworking, experienced enough, and knows about the business, right? Now, it doesn't mean that by trusting the guy, we give the credit straight away. This is not true. We have to analyze. But it could be true the opposite, which is if I don't trust the guy, I might stop here and not do any more analysis, because this is not like rocket science. Giving a credit or understanding the business is not rocket science. The people are involved, and we need to see whether we trust people, because we're working with people here. So with all this in mind, as a brief recap of the business analysis, you can see that this company is selling panels for construction in the vicinity of Munich. It's not very cyclical because it does repairs as well as new construction. It's not seasonal because 55% of the sales are throughout 6 months of the year. And then the clients are many, 2,000, which has the good thing of being a very diversified pool, but the bad thing of difficult to manage. There is one big supplier that if we lose him, we're in trouble, but then we can have big discounts from him, right? The strategy, we're very good in the strategy and have it very clear. Very good price, lower than competition, good service and fast service, and then a variety of products. And then thirdly, if we look into the management, it's clear that we trust the guy is experienced, and it seems like he knows how to run the business. So now we will turn into the next step, which is let's look into the numbers.